Phoenix, Arizona, home of the NBA Hall of Famer Charles Barkley, Olympic champion Michael Phelps, and Twilight book author Stephenie Meyer. But could this desert oasis also be the next housing market crash site? In December of 2023, the median listing home price in Phoenix was a whopping $525,000. This is up 18% year over year. That's a price tag that's hotter than the Arizona sun. And with Americans fleeing the high costs of California and Seattle for Phoenix's sunshine and affordability, residents, they're worried that this boom could turn into a bust real fast. So what's keeping this market afloat? Golden handcuffs, as some call it. Roughly 2/3 of Arizona homeowners have mortgage rates below 4% thanks to the pre-pandemic boom. They're locked in place. Fewer homes for eager buyers to choose from. Now, this lack of inventory coupled with rising home prices and interest rates, it is squeezing out first-time home buyers like never seen before. So is Phoenix a good place to invest in real estate in 2024? Stay tuned as we deep dive into this Phoenix housing market and we analyze the experts' prediction, and we also answer the burning question, is Phoenix about to pop? So here's a quick overview of Arizona housing for you guys. Check this out.
And Valley Real Estate, which is a huge part of this economy. The most recent Zillow estimates for median home values in the Phoenix metro is $448,000. This is expected to rise slowly to $452,000 by the end of the year. But the good news is the experts think that the average mortgage rate will drop more than a point. National Association of Realtors saying that this past quarter, the average mortgage rate being 7.8%, and that's supposed to decline to 6.5%, which makes that rise in value a bit more digestible to home buyers.
Now, honestly, you would be surprised just how far people could take this. Some of my friends, they joke about how the number of people who are willing to pay those ridiculous prices for a home that sits on a lot the size of a postage stamp. Oh yeah. I mean, you step out of your front door and you're practically standing in the street. Now, of course, if the builders can find buyers that are willing to live in these neighborhoods, then good for them. Almost like living in an apartment except you have a garage for your car. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, just look at these prices, guys. In December 2023, the median listing price in Phoenix was a whopping $525,000. This is up 18% year over year. That gives them a median listing home price per square foot of $300. Yikes. But people are still buying, surprisingly. Now, on average, homes in Phoenix, Arizona sell after 59 days of being on the market. That's gone up since the month prior, but slightly down since the previous year. So where are people moving to Phoenix from? Well, across the nation, 2% of home buyers search to move into Phoenix from outside the metros. Los Angeles home buyers search to move into Phoenix more than any other metro, followed by Seattle and San Francisco. So the top 10 places where people are moving to Phoenix from are number 1, Los Angeles, California, 2, Seattle, Washington, 3, San Francisco, California, 4, Chicago, Illinois, 5th, Portland, Oregon, 6th, Dallas, Texas, 7th, New York, New York, 8th, San Diego, California, 9th, Denver, Colorado, and 10th, Las Vegas, Nevada. According to a buddy of mine who's lived in Phoenix for over the last 40 years, it was always like this. Extreme booms followed by extreme busts. Remember, for people coming from California, these homes seem inexpensive and roomy, so that contributes to the booms. When things do collapse in Arizona, they usually go down especially quick because apparently you can legally just walk away from your mortgages with no personal liability, although you may have some taxable income for debt forgiveness. That's certainly interesting. Now, I know, your mind's probably thinking of what to do right now with all this information, right? Now, before you go running off Googling Arizona mortgage escape hatch, give this video a like to show your love for our real-time real estate breakdowns and subscribe for more hard-hitting real estate analysis. Trust me, guys, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Later, we're going to talk about investing in the Phoenix real estate market and if it's even worth doing it. So just stay right there. Let's go ahead and continue. See, a big problem with the Phoenix housing market is what they call golden handcuffs, aka the mortgage lock-in effect. Roughly 67% of Arizona homeowners with mortgages have a rate below 4%. So this is locking homeowners in place and leaving hopeful buyers with few homes to choose from. And even if they did want to move, homeowners likely won't because they're probably going to have to spend a lot more to do so. The impact of the interest rates is just making it that much harder for aspiring homeowners to enter a housing market, especially grappling with supply shortages and soaring prices. So Phoenix has been seeing a housing shortage for years already, and homes have been selling almost as soon as they get listed, most of the time above their asking prices, especially during the period of historically low interest rates in 2021 and early 2022. A balanced market in the Phoenix metropolitan area would have inventory levels of about 30,000 properties, but by the end of 2021, inventory began to shrink to about 4,400 properties in the area. Now, the inventory is at about 13,000, which is still half of what a balanced inventory is for Phoenix metropolitan metropolitan area. The Valley is seeing even fewer homes come on the market because of the golden handcuffs effect. But there's also fewer prospective buyers because interest rates have them priced out. That's lowered home prices a bit, but it's also led to fewer transactions. For example, 2,728 homes sold in June of 2021 compared to 1,644 homes the same month in 2023. By comparison, a mortgage on a $400,000 home with a 3% mortgage rate equates to about a $1,900 monthly payment. A 6.4% interest rate spikes the monthly payment to $2,590. A perfect storm of high demand, low interest rates, and not enough inventory drove up home values, creating this frenzy of people paying over list price because there was just so much competition. Now you got a lot of people that are just pretty much sitting on the sidelines right now, eager to jump in and buy their first home. Many people locked in low interest rates years ago, so even if it makes sense to move or downsize, they don't, because they'll be looking at interest rates of over 7%. As for where all of this is headed, the real estate websites expect a 3.2% increase in Phoenix home prices for September 2024. Their forecast: moderate stabilization, potential price adjustments, continued demand, and market resilience. Sure, there still may be some price adjustments in certain areas, but the demand for homes in the Phoenix area is likely to remain relatively high, especially with all of its attractive features such as a robust job market, good climate, and lifestyle amenities. Now, is Phoenix a good place to invest in real estate? Let's dive into some data, shall we? So first, you have the booming population and jobs, which is good. Phoenix isn't just growing, it's sprinting. A consistent influx of residents fuels a steady demand for housing, making it a magnet for investments. This dynamic population growth is fueled by a flourishing job market, particularly in industries like tech, healthcare, and manufacturing. Low unemployment rates is also a great bonus, especially for investors who are looking for a stable economic environment. They're somewhat more affordable too. I mean, like when you compare it to coastal giants like LA and San Francisco, Phoenix is pretty much a breath of fresh air in terms of housing costs. Its relative affordability attracts both buyers and renters, increasing their potential for return on investment. There's tourism too. Beyond residents, Phoenix draws millions of annual visitors, creating a lucrative market for short-term rental properties. Add in the city's sunshine-soaked lifestyle, and you'll definitely see the Phoenix charm for investors. They're also investing hard in infrastructure. Investments in transportation, education, and healthcare enhance the overall quality of life, adding another layer of appeal to the region. Plus, a rental surge in the area doesn't hurt. Phoenix's population boom directly translates to a booming rental market. New arrivals often opt for rentals before settling down, so demand for properties is high and projected to climb. While Phoenix shines bright with potential, remember, investing in real estate is a long-term game, and the market can be unpredictable. So before you get swept away, make sure you do your own due diligence. This is not investing advice here. The best place to find rental properties is to find growing markets. Cities like Surprise and Glendale are good for investors looking to get started with rental property ownership at an affordable price. These trends provide a macro looking at the growing rental demand. Now, of course, each real estate market has its own unique supply-demand dynamics with unique neighborhoods that present their own opportunities for investors. But just to give you guys a starting point, these cities look good for rental property investment this year as rents are growing over there. The fastest growing cities for rents in Phoenix metro area: Buckeye had the fastest growing rent, up 26.3% since the same time last year. Flagstaff sent rent climbing 15.4%, making it second. Casa Grande was third with rent jumping 14.3%. The fastest growing cities for rent in Phoenix metro area: Fountain Hills had the largest monthly growth rate, up 5.9%. Lake Havasu City, rent increased 4.5% from the previous month, making it second. Glendale was third with rent climbing 3.2%. Here's a look at Phoenix rental market trends. Here are some tips for buying and renting a home in the Phoenix housing market. First, for buying a home, get mortgage pre-approval. Before diving into your home search, secure pre-approval for a mortgage. This helps to clarify your budget and it makes you that much more attractive to sellers. 2, you have to move quickly. Given the high competitiveness in the Phoenix housing market, be ready to make an offer as soon as you find a home that you like. And as I mentioned earlier, properties tend to sell quickly. 3, be flexible. That means entering the market knowing that you may have to make some compromises. Finding a home that ticks all of your boxes could be challenging, so be open to adjustments. Last but not least, it helps to work with a seasoned real estate agent. They should be able to guide you in finding the perfect home and negotiating the most favorable price. Now, as for renting a home in Phoenix, number 1, start your search early. Launch your rental home search well in advance. Phoenix's rental market is intense and the best properties get snatched up quickly. And same when you're buying. You have to know how to move quickly, especially if you come across a rental property that checks all your boxes. I can't say this enough. The Phoenix rental market is competitive, and hesitation may result in missing out. Now, with all that being said, you should expect a deposit, usually equal to 1 month's rent. Most landlords require this as part of the rental agreement, and be ready to sign a lease. In Phoenix, leases commonly run for 1 year, though short-term options may be available based on your preferences. It helps too if you get the help of skilled real estate agents. They can help you find the right rental home and negotiate terms for the best rental agreement that you can get. But what about you guys? Any tips on people looking to make Phoenix their home? Or maybe you have some other housing markets you'd like us to look into. Just drop those comments down below and I'll make sure to read them when I'm planning our next content. Don't miss it, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Till then, take care.